Hello, once again, this is Marty the Coach Tommy, and I'm about to do a Rhubarb Crisp post-game report. So here we go. Rhubarb Crisp had 2 games last Saturday, and I'm about to do the game summary about it. Alright, first team we played against is new team called Cube X, and yeah, as I predicted, they were a new team. The only guy who has Duncan experience is their goalie, Chris Besser. So we're gonna start off with the first period, and first period started off very well for Rhubarb Crisp. They nearly get a bit of a lucky break as Cube X tries to dump it in the zone. It looked like they tried to chip it in, and it looked like they were gonna beat the 2 defensemen, which was, I believe it was Mike Johnson and Ian Grant. So the coach came out of the net to play the ball. He tried to pass it up, and that thing just took off, and he nearly scored on the other team's goalie. Or I nearly scored on the other team's goalie, should I say. But Besser was able to recover and get a pad on it and make the save, but that seemed to spark the Crisp as TJ Bergen and Riley McVicker would go to work, and Riley Mack would net 2 goals to make it to give it a 2-0 Rhubarb Crisp lead after the first period. In the second, more of the same. A lot of hard work. I mean, the skilled players, TJ and Riley, they're getting it done, and so are our hard workers, which is Aaron Gentz, Mike Johnson, Ian Grant, Joy Menark, and Justin Nodette, who really forced the play and were solid defensively, and at a lot of times wouldn't even allow QBX to get started in the neutral zone. Anyways, I believe it was Joy Menark who would fire a shot. Chris Besser would make the first save, but TJ Bergen's all over that rebound, and he makes it 3-0. In the third period, sorry guys, it's just that number 12 scored on me on a long shot. Basically, I wasn't expecting him to shoot. Because I don't know, I didn't see many shots, and I didn't really see him touch the ball too much. I knew one guy who had a big shot, who was number 26 on their team. He's got a green stick, so I knew to challenge on him, but I didn't think that guy had a shot, and he scored on what I like to call a Hardy Ashton special. A Hardy Ashton special is obviously named after former NHL goalie Hardy Ashton, who played for the Colorado Rockies, which used to be the New Jersey Devils, and he was coached by Donald S. Cherry. And basically, basically how the Hardy Ashton special started was in practice. What the Rockies would do, they'd work on the breakout play. And basically what happens is, you breakout play, you shoot it on the goal, he knocks it down, passes it to a defenseman, and it's out. So anyways, Cherry puts it in on Astrom, and he scores. It's like, that was a fluke. Let's try it again. So he tries it again, he scores again. It's like, uh-oh. So yeah, that technically, that was technically what happened to me on their goal. But I'll know next time, don't worry. And, not a big deal. Riley Mack would would net 2 more, and the Crisp would take it 5-1. Ah, jeez. So we're gonna do the Rhubarb Crisp 3 stars to that game, and the Rhubarb Crisp 3 stars doesn't necessarily have to be a game that they won. I'm just saying who are the 3 best players in that game or whatever. The 3rd star, although Aaron Gentz gets a honorable mention, he came close, but I'm gonna have to give the 3rd star to Captain Joey Menark. He was solid defensively. He had chances to score. I believe he got an assist or something. Yeah. And his 2nd and 1st stars are easy. 2nd star is TJ Bergen, and the 1st star Riley Mack, obviously. So we go on to the 2nd game, and we lose TJ Bergen, who's pretty skilled. He is a pretty skilled player. And we lose Justin Nunn, a hard worker. Now we welcome Kenny Pawlowski. Jeez. Sometimes my spelling's not all that great. But anyways, we only have 6 players against Brew Crew, and Brew Crew comes out with a full force, and not much to say in that one. Brew Crew just comes out with an onslaught, and they just outplayed us, and they peppered me and whatnot. They would start off with a 2-0 lead on screenshots and deflections, and then in the 2nd they'd start doing passing plays, and they're picking corners on me. I will give credit to Mike Johnson for breaking Laurie McGavin's shutouts. Mike Johnson played a good game. He was still working hard, stealing the ball away from some of the Brew Crew players and beating guys in the corners to the ball and winning battles. So he played a good game. But yeah, it was 5-0 after the 2nd, or 5-1 after the 2nd, and then the onslaught just continued. They netted 4 more, and they'd win the game 9-1. I felt I played pretty good though, despite being peppered and allowing 9 goals. The game could have been a lot worse. No need to hit the panic button, but if we're going to beat Brew Crew, we're going to need our full force. But that's okay. It's only the 2nd game of the season, so I don't know. Things are okay. Whatever. So the 3 stars in that game. Riley Mack, I was going to say, is going to get the 3rd star. He, I believe he set up Mike Johnson for his only goal. He had some scoring chances. He deked out a few people. Yeah. 2nd star, Mike Johnson. Again, Johnson had a good game. Good hard-working game, whatever. And the 1st star, hate to somewhat be selfish or whatever, but I'm gonna give myself the 1st star. Even Laurie McGavin said that the game could have been a lot worse. She said I had a good game, which I agree. I did make some pretty good saves. And it was just, the Brew Crew is just not an easy team to play against. So that's it for that. We got 2 games next Saturday. We get the young extreme to dangerous team, and we get the Blue Bandits next. Extreme to dangerous is at 3:30, and Blue Bandits is at 8:30. The games are very well spread out, so hopefully a good attendance is in order for those games. And yeah, not much more to say about that. So that's it for the Rhubarb Crisp post-game report, which was brought to you by, of course, RhubarbCrispHockey.com. All your information on Rhubarb Crisp is on that site. And, of course, Manitoba's Ball Hockey message board, the Goalie's Crease, Log on to goaliescrease.ca to find out what it's all about. Become a member if you want. Yep, pretty much it. So that's all from me, and the best crisp is Rhubarb Crisp.